What's going on, people? Something was revealed to me, so I thought I'd come on and share it with you. So, how many of you ever gone in and filled out paperwork at a doctor's office, for anything for that matter, and it asks you really personal questions, like, what's your sex, right? What's your religion? You know, what do you identify as? Do you think that you're special or have special abilities? Do you think you have the ability to hear people's thoughts? Ring a bell? You know the reason for that? That's because that's how they target people. They study those people that answer yes to those questions. What business do they have asking questions like that in the first place to go to a doctor's office? Well, I mean, I guess it fits for like psychiatrists. That's why they are, in that field. Truly. But, I went to a Suboxone clinic, for example. And the Suboxone clinic starts asking me all these questions. And I kid you not, they asked me 27 to 30 times if I wanted to kill myself or harm myself. 30 questions of the same. What? I refused to answer that. It's ridiculous. Secondly, these questions are designed to hone in on people that have specific gifts. I'm talking to you, sons and daughters. So, listen, you don't have nothing to worry about, okay? They're already being exposed for what they've been doing. Spoken, dismantled. Doctors, across the board, I dismantle this whole ring of your circus acts against God's chosen and divine, the sons and daughters and angels. Hear what I tell you. It is over. We are not your test studies. We are directly put on this earth by the divine, not your playground and your test dummies. And I mean this when I say it. So, as I speak, my angels are already at work at dismantling these things in the law to start with. It has nothing to do with what you're trying to treat. Because there isn't. Mental illness, people. Mental illness is nothing more than a demonic force that has attached itself to you because of the way you choose to live. You're unbalanced. I'll say it. Nobody else. There ain't no disclaimer. I am not a PhD on this planet. I am above that. Yes, this is true. And I don't say that to boast because I want to get my PhD. Or I did anyway. Because I knew that that's the only way I could get people to listen to me. So I thought. It just wasn't true. That was the hidden thing that was hidden from me. Nothing is impossible, people, for those who believe. Nothing. Sons and daughters, don't be afraid to let your light shine. Your gifts shine. That's the goal of the enemy, people. Excuse me. She wants to hold you down, or they, for that matter. The angels ascending, if they choose to. They have been doing this for thousands of years. So I ask that you give them a break, people. Just as the divine is giving you one as well. You have to look at it from their point and in their shoes. If you put yourself in the demon's shoes, right? The fallen angels' shoes, per se, right? Hopelessness. This is a message of hope, people. If someone feels hopeless, I've been there. How about you? Yeah. What happens when you lose hopelessness? Your world begins to crumble around you, within you. You lose hope. You lose sight of your vision. And then you just want to give up. Who wouldn't? Anybody feeling what I'm saying to you? Right. So first things first, people. Let's restore hope. And it's happening. Throughout this world as I speak, it is happening. Soul tribes, find them. They're coming your way. Listen, if you choose. Something that I'm learning myself is the ability to attract, right? The world wants you to think that you must chase, right? Chase the college degree, chase this, chase that. And I'm not saying anything against that. But what I'm saying is, when you put something like that before your spirituality, people, it's useless. Trust me when I tell you this. It's pointless. Look at all the billionaires or millionaires that are depressed and they still want to take their life because of hopelessness. Money sounds good, and it is. It's a great tool that we use on this planet to make the world go round with purchasing and buying and selling and whatnot, trading. It's just another form of trade, people. Okay? It is. All right? So, the thing about searching after these things that we're programmed to think is first place or priority in our lives, I understand you. I chased after that until I stopped and got off that hamster wheel and began to question what I was being taught, or what was being projected onto me, rather. I had to go inward and heal and learn to forgive no matter what happens. Do you know the freedom that is in this? What I'm saying is wisdom, I promise. Understanding. Okay? Now, I did not get there overnight. It's been a journey, people. But this is the beauty. Others have tried to steal my destiny, which is impossible, because I am your teacher. How can you be greater than your teacher? And don't go quoting those who can't teach, okay? Because until you live what I'm saying, you cannot be what I'm saying. So it's all in the school of hard knocks, whatever you want to call it. It's in... This is a beautiful thing, guys, if you're hearing me. And it's a hopeful message of truth and life and high vibrations and vitality of your life. You know, I've been there, okay? I've wanted to commit suicide. Yes. I have, because I lost hopelessness many times in my life, being under this bondage that we're all under, okay? I've turned to drugs and alcohol, being under this bondage that we're under, okay? So I understand you through and through, people. And that's a beautiful thing, okay? It truly is. To experience what I've experienced has been very difficult, but worth it. If I can help my fellow human being, inspire them to want to do better, and not only just do better, but know that better awaits you. And this is truth. It does, people. Your balance can be restored. Mine is being restored as I speak, people. Okay? You want to know something? I'm living in my car, but I still find joy in it. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. It's difficult. It's a challenge. But guess what? People, challenge brings perseverance. Perseverance brings the change that's needed in your life. Boom. Words of wisdom. Yes. Yes. And I'm not saying that I'm the only person that has this wisdom and knowledge. The divine has been spreading this beautiful message of hope for a long time. But see, the thing is this. We, as a human, as a society at large across the world, have forgotten this. And it's been projected, and we've gone the opposite direction. So we forget what is vital. You know what is vital? Your blood and your heart, right? Without your heartbeat, then your blood cannot travel through the vascular system. It's impossible. So take this as this. Hope is the heartbeat of life, people. And without that, the vitality of life comes to a halt and creates what we call a stalemate, in a sense. Now, the soul or spirit is eternal, people. It's everlasting to everlasting. But the flesh is not. Okay? So for the time being that we have on this earth, we forget, thank you, divine. We forget how precious life is because we get in this head of ours all these thoughts that run us down, and we forget what is important in our lives. We've gotten off balance. You know? This is truth, people. We've gotten off balance. So, the divine has placed on this earth, bless her, people. She loves you, I assure you, and so do I. She has put us, planted us in these bodies as sons and daughters and earth angels to help redirect what is important in life, the vitality of your soul and spirit, to bring that balance and wholeness back. We've gotten way too far off. Why do you think suicide rates are up? Drug addiction's up. That's that bondage that oppresses us. Hopelessness. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? This brings my heart great joy. And see, this is it. The thing is the divine put us on this earth. And a lot of you already know. You've tried taking my life many times. Some of you have actually witnessed my death in this flesh. But I resurrected myself. Yes, I did. Don't be alarmed. This is because I am not human, and neither are you. You are first a soul that is embodied by a spirit that is encased by your humanity. It's truly a beautiful thing, people. Nothing to fear. You know, perfect love casts out all fear. Perfect love. You say, well, how do I get perfect love? That's an excellent question. I spent many years searching for that answer. I am pleased to say that I've finally found that answer. It's the relationship, people, with Spirit, with the Most High Divine, and not a relationship where you go to church and you do the same old, same old. You start off with announcements, and please understand that gathering together is a beautiful thing. But you've gotten off track, people. It's not about repetition. It's about coming together and allowing the Spirit. See, let me give you an example, if you will. Our ancestors, yes, ours, all of us, they used to come together and they would do dancing and singing and offerings and things of that nature. It's not just about repetition, because in repetition becomes a stagnant life. How many of you have gone to church and felt stagnant? I know I have. There's a reason for this. Because you're repeating the same old, same old. After a while, it's just like, is there anything going to be different about this? I'm not finding much excitement. And that's why, churches, they'll hire these preachers to come in and they call it revival. People, this ain't so. It's not about playing a little bit of music to catch your heartstrings and have somebody come in and screaming around like they're anointed. Okay? That's not it. I used to think that. Wow, that dude's anointed and holy. It's not about that, people. It's much greater than that. It's about true relationship. It's about being able to express yourself. And you don't care what others think. Did you hear what I said? We've gotten too concerned about what your neighbor thinks. How many can relate with that? Huh? Even if you go into church and you sit and you feel in your heart that you want to praise, right? That you want to, but you don't because you feel like you're ashamed because your buddy's next to you. That's sad. Truly. But hear what I say. If you could shed a tear because you look out and you see the beauty that's in nature, you see a deer or even a squirrel or a beautiful bird flies over you, excuse me, and you stop for a moment and soak in that essence and you just take a breath, or you see a rose or a flower or an orchard or a field, right? How long has it been since you've actually stopped? Put your phone down. Walked out into nature. I just experienced that not too long ago. Went out, like I'm in a city, but I actually found a wooded area. I went out there, did some meditation. I laid down and looked up into the trees. You know what I noticed? A bunch of birds started flying right over me, landing, as I was listening to some flute meditation music. They was intrigued, and I was intrigued by their presence, because it's the ancestors, people. It's Spirit showing us that they're here, and they love us, and they want us all to come back and find this balance that I'm speaking about right now. So, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share this with you. It brings me great joy to share anything that I learn or have learned from experience and hope. I pray for restoration of hope in the whole world. Because that's where it starts, people. That's the essence of balance in all our lives. Seek first the Spirit. Seek after the Spirit and the understanding and the love. Then all these things that you desire in your heart, they'll be given to you freely, people. Freely. See, we try to go chase things, but we leave out one extremely important ingredient. And that is exactly what I just said. Seeking after that abundance in the heart, the relationship with the divine who loves you, all of you, equally. Yes, she has that ability, and so do you. So do you. Do you hear that? You have the ability, people, to love like the divine loves you. Wow. Imagine that. That's truth. And that's beautiful, man. And powerful. The divine, the Spirit, is a God of restoration, complete wholeness. Yeah. You're not going to find it in an antidepressant. Spoken, I dismantle that. The pharmaceutical companies don't care about you. How many people have gone to the doctor, a psychiatrist, or anything of that matter? And you go in and they sit and they give you 5 minutes. Well, the first initial consultation, they usually give you about an hour. Then after that, it's, what's going on? What's blah, blah, blah. 5 minutes and you're out. And they adjust your medicine. People, listen to what I'm saying. Okay? And I have the right to say what I'm saying. And there's no one that can stop it, because this is the authority given to me by the divine, not by the government, not by any allegiance of pharmaceutical companies. I don't need your permission to speak what I'm saying, respectfully. But look, your antidepressants, people, isn't going to heal you. Healing is only going to come in the balance. That's right. The relationship with the divine. But see, of course, they don't want you to know that. Look, oh man, Western medicine is useless. Yes, I said this because it's truth. It's useless. It's a money scheme used by demonic entities, and they've all got their hands in it, just like prisons. $1 trillion industries, people. I know you know what I'm talking about. But I've come to dismantle these so-called strong towers. Yes. It's my job to do this. And I am so honored and grateful to be a part of this. So, I sure hope that all of you find your part in this amazing unity of spirit. It's time to come together. Excuse me. If you choose, it's your will, free will. But something tells me that you're going to get on board, because you're going to see a transformation in your brother, sister, mother, father, and you're going to want it. You know why? because it has a way of illuminating you. The true illumination. I don't speak of the Illuminati. I speak of the illumination of the Spirit of the Most High. I appreciate y'all listening. I love you. Until next time.